stuff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start.
Kia ora e kare mai nau mai hoki mai ki tā tātou pāpāhotanga. Very fortunate to still have Rose King here. She hasn't gone back to wipe away any tears with regard to her kai hoi. She's here and very fortunate. She spoke about doing the secondary schools when I was at Okareka. What are some of the developments from those times compared to these? Are there more teams now, more competitors now? What are some of the differences?
Am I on? Aroha mai. I feel like the system now is just a well-oiled system. So like big thank you to all the kaimahi, Lara and all the crew. They got it sus. You guys obviously turning up with the camera crew and all of that. It's just mean to see the development of I think the only development is the level of the kids and what they're turning up with nowadays. I don't know if we were this fast back in the day, but yeah, it's just good to see all the schools here, the numbers here, mass numbers. I think that's the reason why they moved it from Okareka to here is because it grew too big and we couldn't fit there. But this venue is amazingly awesome for all the tents and there's still space out there that you can mataking races and yeah, it's awesome to be a part of again.
And we are in heat number 3 of 7. In lane number 1 we have JPC or John Paul College Senior Boys. Lane number 2, Napier Boys Chicken and Chips. Lane number 3, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ngāti Awa. Lane number 4, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ngāti Ruanui Tuaro Pakitāne. Lane number 5, Manutuke School. Lane number 6, Pacific Advanced Secondary School. And lane number 7, Te Kōpuku Hai Pūwhanga. And we have a white flag. And you still in Kaiara Hitoa?
Yes, I am. The Nationals just gone. So, sorry, I'm going to just quickly go back to the rugby that you were talking about. My career in rugby didn't last that long, so like, I had 5 games. Was it last year or the year before for Hokianga Women's? 5 games in, I did my ACL. Had surgery. Ended up having surgery on my knee. No, that wasn't even it at the Nationals. Did the rehab for a year, came back to playing for 3 months. And then I did my Achilles, snapped my Achilles on the other leg. So I've been injured for 2 of the 3 years that I've been playing rugby. So yes, I have returned to Waka and I paddled for Kaiara Hitoa at the Nationals just gone.
We've just seen how some Waka launch out of the blocks per se. What's a Kaiara Hitoa system? Is it a 3 deep, a 5 deep?
I would say we've got a 3 deep and then it just kicks into this. I'm just going to be brutally honest. It's erratic pace that every time, so I do my training up north in the one mans and I've got a long and strong stroke. Every time I go down to Gisborne, I really have to speeden it up, get my fitness levels up, and it takes me about 3 or 4 sessions to get in time.
Kia ora. Now those are some of the unique dynamics that you have to deal with when it comes to Kaiara Hitoa. Kaiara Hitoa, a smorgasbord of paddlers from across the country. More often than not, their paddlers are from Gisborne, but with the case of Rose King here, she comes from the north, and once chucked into a waka, it's all about gelling. Kia kotahi te wai hoi, and everything synonymous to that thinking. Outside of that, does your brother, Tupu, does he give you any words of advice when it comes to paddling?
Oh, I'm trying to think of. Not when it comes to 6-man stuff. I think he kind of just leaves it to me. But yeah, definitely he gives me advice now in the 1-man.
Do you listen?
I do listen, but I feel like we both have two different perspectives of how paddling is. I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve is the same, but he's got the science and the study behind his reasoning, and I think my style, I just go more for feeling.
Pai, kia ora. And here in lane number 6, we have Pacific Advanced Secondary School. They will be progressing through to the semi-finals alongside Te Kura o Iwi Whakatupuranga Ruamano, Kapumana Wawhiti and Kaipara HL Titans. So that's a little insight into the machinery of Kaiara Hitoa and into the thinking that's made Tupu King what he is, whether the sister wants to listen to that advice or not. Outside of national competitions, you've been a familiar face in world sprints as well. Which has been your most favourite?
Are you saying most favourite year or comparing the two?
No, your favourite year at a world sprint and why?
I believe my favourite worlds was the world sprints that were held in 2016 over in Australia. Reason being, well, I think we're in the open women's category, and I think that was the first time we did elite, and I felt like we had 12 paddlers that all turned up on the same level of fitness, there for the same reasons, and had been on the same training program. And it didn't matter who was in the Waka at the time, like we were all there ready to perform. And I think the most favourite race that came out of that was our 12-man. I just remember, I'm the caller in the boat, but I remember from the start to the finish, everybody knew their job, and it was like each stroke, we just got faster and faster. And you know how sometimes you can shoot out of a start? Like you pump out and then it kind of stays consistent. Well, this race just went up and up and up and up and up all the way to the finish. And yeah, the buzz, it was pretty cool feeling and a good reassurance that everyone did their mahi at home, put the work in, and then pulled it out on the day. And it was just pure enjoyment for all of us.
Kia ora, thank you very much for that insight. Kia au tonu mai e karema, a ko ake nei, ko te hiti tua whao ngā mea e whitu under 19 boys W6 500 metres.